Well, here we are again, gentlemen.
Back in the Stanley
Three Cup Finals.
Three Cup Finals. Nice to have Ben back with us here today.
Welcome, Ben. For those of you that don't know, he's all the way on the other side of the
continent.
More like he's across the pond over there.
Across the pond.
And guess what? It's raining again.
Oh, it's raining again. Ben's time zone here because these late start times are going to be...
it's been raining here in South Florida, too. We've been getting a lot of those afternoon showers and stuff. So it's that time of year, guys.
Up here in Alberta, it's as hot as you guys down there in Florida. So
it isn't. Stop lying.
Pretty damn close, Cody. It's pretty damn close.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I was in the 90s the other day. Maybe not in northern Alberta because it's not quite as nice.
But the humidity isn't as bad up there as it is down here, so you can't.
No. We get dry heat. We get dry heat up here like Arizona and LA. But here's our weather forecast.
He's
got the chat rolling in now.
Whenever he's playing through something, at this point of the playoffs, I think everyone's playing through something.
Yeah, but this is kind of weird. If he left practice, and hopefully it's not like a tissue injury. So that's something we got to keep an eye on.
Look, I've watched him play. He doesn't look hurt to me.
Is Draisaitl banged up? Because I've been saying Draisaitl, he's a lot healthier right now than he was last year.
He may be banged up, but he's way more. I feel like he's better than what he was last year at this point.
Because it was an upper body thing last year, the wrist, right? And he couldn't really shoot the puck, and that's what Draisaitl's known for, is to,
I think everybody seems to be moving as well as they can this time of year. That's what it feels like to me.
Right.
We got a question from Diehard there. Diehard's like, what do you mean they're Diehard? How the Oilers and Panthers are in the Stanley Cup again? They are. It's the two best teams in hockey right now.
He said, here we go again.
Yeah.
That's here we go again, dude.
Here we go again, indeed. I am honestly still in shock from winning the Cup last year. And yet here we are again. I don't know. This has been a really weird playoff run for me. Like, I had a sort of going out earlier on, and I was like, well, and I was fine with it. I was like, well, look, we've played a lot of hockey over the last 3 seasons. We're still a good team. If we go out, we go out. It is what it is. And yet I'm just like, wow, we're still here. And I think it's amazing because, like, following the Panthers for so long, and I'm like, I think I'm still getting to terms with the fact it's like, we're actually a good team now. It's just blown my mind.
It's far from what we've been through before, like, and those horrible years, right? It's just, I'm still trying to get used to this team being really good.
Yeah. People are calling us the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll take that as a compliment.
Dude, I've been getting those comments on my TikTok. It's been wild, the amount of people saying,
we're the Chiefs.
Fan. They're saying we're the Chiefs. Hey,
because if they're calling if that's supposed to be a downplay, Cody. Also, the Chiefs have a great fan base through the 90s.
No, we used to be the Browns. Like
that's what we used to. We are the Browns. I'm sorry, Bengals fans, but Browns and Bengals is how I would compare us to in football.
Yeah,
let's go. Look who's in the chat.
Oldie. That's the Oldie.
Oh shit, Oldie, you want to come up? Hit me up. Let me know.
We get Oldie up here.
But no. So, how do you guys feel about this series?
I'm not sure quite yet. Like, it's like I'm less confident than I was last year, but it's more to do with the fact that I think Edmonton's better this year than us being worse.
Now, if people are looking at the regular season numbers, Cody, their depth wasn't there, but since the playoffs have gone along here, their depth has been there, just like the Panthers, with the scoring and everything.
Yeah, it's just Edmonton. I just think they're playing better structurally right now, like because they stifled the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. Like, those two teams couldn't enter the damn zone.
I don't think we can question, like people are with Carolina, are Dallas and Vegas good hockey teams? Yes, they are. Like, they're good in division, out of division, wherever they're playing. And what Edmonton did to them, I think you have to give full credit and full guard to Edmonton on those two series. They didn't play their best hockey against the Kings, But, us as the Panthers, we probably didn't play our best hockey against Toronto early on in the second round. So we each kind of had stumbling blocks there. And we were each one goal away, Cody, or one moment away of pretty much being done. Edmonton in that LA series with the Byfield play, what was that, in game 3 or 4?
I think it was
that
4.
dumbass challenge that cost them their season. Yep.
And where the puck wasn't, where they tried to get the puck out of the zone for the empty net and they couldn't get it out, and then Edmonton scored.
Yeah, but Edmonton's one of the best 6-on-5 teams in the league.
Yeah.
But if that goal goes in, just like if Toronto wins in overtime in game 3, we're talking different situations with both teams.
Yeah, but
both teams had adversity.
They had adversity, but they came out of adversity 2 different ways. Edmonton took advantage of an opportunity given to them by Jim Hiller, which was one of the worst challenges I've ever seen in my life. Like, you're up, They were up, 4-2, 5-2 at that point? 5-3, something like that? And you go ahead and challenge that. I'm pretty sure that series is why Paul Maurice is, halted on challenging certain calls now. Because look how that shit ended up.
Yeah, I really thought LA were going to put a number on them as well early on. I was just like, I think Edmonton are going. I think LA are going to rumble them, and lo and behold, it all gets flipped upside down for them. It's
crazy because, I feel like a lot of people are saying the Florida Panthers are better than they were last year. Defensively, you could argue maybe, but I still think we're missing that Montour offense ability. But then again, how many goals did we get this year from all of our defense?
Our defensemen scoring a lot more this postseason,
which is crazy,
than the
right?
regular season.
And to be honest,
regular season nothing, and now all of a sudden, first, we expected Schmidt to just turn up against Tampa. Who had that?
I was confident in Schmidt because I thought he was been our most consistent defenseman since Four Nations.
And he had,
but not to step up in that form, Cody.
But no, scoring 3 goals in 2 games. I never thought that in my life. But I didn't think
if anybody.
Now the Cats and Rats community, we could have saw Seth Jones do that, Ben. We've been. I'll be there, but
we've been advocating for Seth Jones before the trade deadline. You and I, Kirby, right?
I went back on my tweets, Caesar. They go back to 2020, 2021. That's how far it goes back with me and Seth Jones on Twitter. And I liked his game before that. But again, a lot of Panther fans didn't agree with me at that time. There's also a comment from Tim Kalishaw there, if you didn't catch that, Caesar, making fun of Seth Jones. For the Panthers not taking him in that draft.
Let me talk up my guy, because my guy's probably been the big, one of the more quiet surprises of the Panthers. Aaron Ekblad is close to a point per game this postseason. 11 points in 13 games, 3 goals, 8 assists. He's been a monster in the offensive zone ever since he's been able to turn back into that defense, and ever since Montour's departure.
Or stop being suspended.
Yeah, I mean, that game. Look, he scored the big goal, so he gets an excuse.
He's getting more of that ice time now with the power play there as well.
Yeah, and
yeah, Ryan, I did say that about Chicago, but also that's not my fault that Chicago management did nothing for Seth Jones and Connor Bedard, where you guys in our community said, oh, Chicago doesn't need to have big-name players. Well, they've been failing to do that the last 3 seasons. One guy out of Edmonton, Taylor Hall, that doesn't count, Ryan. That guy's won anything. So that's what Chicago's added to Chicago. Yeah. So I was wrong on that, but it's not my fault that the management didn't.
It's funny. It's people trying to compare last year's team to this year's team. This year's forward core is by far better.
Way better.
Oh yeah.
Even that fourth line, right?
In terms of production,
last year we kind of praised that fourth line, but I think this year's fourth line is better than last year's fourth line.
Yeah, but considering we've had to interchange a complete fourth line as well, we just have the depth to do it. It's even again, who even called that? This postseason's been weird.
The fourth line is better, but again, I'll go back to my Kevin Stenlund love. They've switched out Nosek and Sturm for the one guy. That wouldn't have happened with Stenlund. The rest of the depth and the forwards, I totally agree with you guys. I think Marchand blows Tarasenko away.
Nosek is filling that Stenlund role quite well this postseason. He's made key plays on the power play. That fourth line going up against the other team's top line have not been hemmed in hell. They've scored goals on the other team's top line.
And I'm not going to lie.
That switch, because that was supposed to be Sturm, Cody.
And now I'm not going to lie.
You bring Sturm in, right?
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm not going to lie. We've been very critical of what's not Sturm, Nosek this regular season, right? We're like, when is he going to step up? When is he going to step up? And he's done an incredible job in the postseason, and he's making the case himself to stay in the lineup, and which is something we needed, especially in the faceoffs, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone would have had that fourth line, Ben, Cody. Like,
I don't think I would have had Greer in. Greer was in my playoff lineup from the start.
I think
complete line.
I think everybody was saying that Greer was one of the most consistent on the fourth line by a mile this offseason in the regular season.
Yeah, but here's the shocker isn't like Nosek. We could see a way that he would have been in the lineup even after the term acquisition, maybe an injury. Like, you know, we could have saw a way of that happening.
Maybe on
Greer, we definitely saw a way of that happening, but no one expected Gadjevich. No one expected that one.
No, I didn't.
This is the guy
Kirby was very critical of Gadjevich. Yeah, you know, especially with the amount that he got last year during the postseason, right? I think we signed him to that extension during the postseason last year.
Whatever. No, we signed him like during the deadline. It was like right around where Fortson got signed.
Okay.
So
not necessarily his play, but again, I think he's kind of an extra four, but he's elevating play. This is the best.
Boy.
Gentlemen, we got a special guest here.
Oldie.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oldie.
What's going down, boys? You guys all right?
Yeah, man.
You doing good, Doug?
Good, man. Just bumping and grinding.
Bring it.
Sticks. Always got the sticks, baby. Always
There
ready
we
to
go.
play.
There
Little
we go.
lax, whatever we need. Lacrosse. That's it. Always bumping and grinding.
Lacrosse.
Oh, yeah. Anything, boys. I'm all sport. It doesn't matter.
Shout out
The
to
least
Oldie here, bro. How's it going, bro? Are you ready for the series?
Beautiful. I can't wait. I mean, it's been since 93. This is going to be, I guess, makes it 32 years until we bring the cup home this year.
Oldie, that was my first year in Little League up here in Canada. The last time the Canadian team won the Stanley Cup, the Montreal Canadiens. That was a long time ago, Oldie. I'm retired now.
I know it is. It's a crazy long time ago. I would have been 9 years old ripping around.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I still think it's funny because that was what the Gretzky Kings versus Canadians, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
The whole Toronto Maple Leafs thing there with
Carey Fraser.
Wayne, yeah, terrible call on Wayne. Wayne and Dougie Gilmore in the back corner there. That's
you don't think Wayne's gonna get that call, Oldie? Come on.
I know.
Wayne's gonna get that call. Come on.
Of course, he's the great one.
Where did Doug Gilmore play junior hockey again, Oldie?
I think it was Kingston. I believe. Frontenacs.
That's right. Well, who the Panthers have that played with Kingston now? You know, we got a killer of our own. You know.
I know you guys do. I know.
Sam Bennett there.
Hey, great kid, man. Great bumping, grinding kind of guy. That's the kind of style I like to see. Just all in there, right? Like those little chip ins, those extra little hits, those extra little whack and hacks. Those things go a long way, right? Long way.
It's the playoff style that Bennett brings. I understand he doesn't bring a lot to the table during the regular season, but I've been saying this the whole season. Like in the playoffs, the pedigree that he brings is second to none. And if you overpay for him, I think those pedigrees end up helping the teams if they make a playoff run.
Right.
Now, I understand he's no Kachuk, but his physicality, is the ability to get in front of the net and just making these dirty plays and his ability to stick up for his teammates too. That's something you can't really teach, right? And it's something that he brings to the table. I think if the Panthers lose, it'll be hard to replace. I'm not saying they can't replace it, but it will be hard to replace.
I will say this, though.
Caesar. Let's not throw the dirty word out there.
I've never had to defend a player more in my life on Twitter than Sam Bennett. But hey, we were not the dirty team last series. That was Carolina. That wasn't us.
That is right, Cody.
I want to put that out there. It was them, not us.
Can we play that Cocky Niemi play again? They're playing Kung Fu Fighting over there on the Instagram side. And I know you're over there, Caesar. And I'm like, was everyone ignoring this? If this was the Panthers, this would make national news up here in Canada. Down there in and ESPN. But that was Carolina last round. Svechnikov, how you doing there, Bob? Coming through, the crease area there. Just saying.
And guess what? It didn't work for him, did it? So
No, and he's a great goalie, Bob. He's absolutely phenomenal. I'm obviously a Blue Jackets guy too, being with Nasher. He was great with the Blue Jackets, but
I mean, so let's kind of look into the series, Oldie. How do you see the Oilers this year compared to last season?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen much and followed with them with the hockey season with things going on left, right, and center. But I mean, they got a good squad. They got a standout squad. I mean, just for the sheer factor that we're even in the situation, we're going back to back same teams in the Stanley Cup Finals is crazy. If you think about, it's insane. All the bumps and roughs and all the things that happen throughout a season. And then even in that crazy interview when they were doing that handshake line, when Kachuk said, hey, we'll see you boys next year in the finals. That's crazy. To manifest that and to make that happen. And now here we are today waiting for Wednesday to come around, which is going to be an absolute barn burner down in Edmonton. They're going to be firing on all cylinders and to have that.
Yeah, no, and I was going to say, piggyback off that, these are the two best teams in the playoffs. Yes, literally seen this throughout the playoff run. So the two best teams are in it, which is going to make an exciting series. Now, a lot of people are saying on each side, on the Florida side, they're saying Panthers in 5 or 4, and then on the Edmonton side, they're saying Oilers in 5 or 4. How long do you think this series is going to go?
6. We're going deep. We're going 6-7. It's got to be 6-7. There's no way it's going to be that. Just the sheer iron grit of both teams, just the craziness of it. I think it's going to go to 6 and or 7, but it's Canadian. I got to go Oilers. We got to take the Oilers. I'm sorry, the Panthers fans, you're not going to like to hear that, but I mean,
Oldie, I had a jersey waiting for you here, bro. I had a Barstool jersey waiting for you. I was going to invite you to Florida, but man, all that's out the toilet, bro. I don't know what.
I respect it. I respect it.
I know, and I appreciate it, but I mean, I got to stand my ground a little bit for the Canadian love out here. You got to talk to your boy C's. You got to talk to our boy Yans. And I tried to give him some. I even sent a little Florida patch, and I put Oldie on the bottom of it, and he told me, "No, get out of here. The Cats don't want you." So I mean, I tried to chug along in the wagon, and he just said, "No Oldie." So I said, "Okay." So I got to give my Oilers love, right? But I mean, I just love the fact that even with you and Biz, that was masterful piece. All of that bumping and grinding when you guys just back and forth at each other. And then just to come to meet you in person and an absolute beauty, an absolute honor and pleasure to come and meet you that day. We're buddies for the rest of our lives. I mean, it's just bigger than hockey. I mean, the hatred and the stuff like that, that's what makes the game great. But just getting together and hanging out and cheersing on a couple cold ones or whatever, just that's what hockey's all about in the community, right?
And Oldie, we got security there. His name's Sean Thornton. So
hold on, I got something I want to.
He'll be enforcing people.
I'll be back. I got something I want to show the people here with Oldie here. Hold on one second. Keep it going, boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I also got a funny video to show here with AI with Barkov after the last series here.
Oh yeah. There was Orlov there, Cody.
Yeah, it's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Hey, I was just gonna say, keep the language a little bit. We are on the afternoon here, the community. Okay, guys, we're not after dark.
Oh my!
We've been going pretty hard here the last couple.
I love it. Yeah, Kirby. It was crazy, brother. Yeah, they tried to boot me out 3 times. And I was just saying, I was literally just dancing on the glass and having a good time and cheering for the boys. They scored. And the usher came up and he said, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Can't do what?" He's like, "You can't have your shirt down like that." I said, "Sir, we are literally in the state of Florida." My grandparents, first off, I love the state of Florida. My grandparents got a place down in Bradenton, so we used to always come down every year. And when I was at the beach, and I said, "Sir, listen, I'm no harm, no foul, but I can literally walk outside, and it's literally the state of no shirt." And I mentioned to him, I said, "I seen more thongs this week, or this 6 hours, than I have in the last 3 years back in Canada. So I don't see why my shirt undone is an issue here." But yeah, he was just all over me.
There's a lot of guys that go no tarps on down there. I've seen it.
Listen, we have a long way to go with hockey etiquette because here's the thing. Oldie, because I don't know, like the biggest problem with like the games in at Emirates, people
Yeah.
actually get up during the play.
Yeah, that.
Like-
It's so annoying. I'm back, guys. Especially
Yeah, so
when you
they're
have
enforcing stuff with Oldie down there. Sometimes that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, so I was just like, it's all good. So then, anyways, I shook their hands after. I said, hey, guys, all good. I appreciate it. And I'm not drinking. I'm there. I think I had one beer. I went up and had one beer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need that. I'm just always energy, always me bumping and grinding, full gas. But I was like, I'm no harm, no foul. So the third time they tried to kick me out, the officer came up and he said, hey, like, he wants to talk to you, the usher. But he goes, I said, officer, I don't want to get arrested. I don't want any problems. He goes, listen, I ain't kicking you out. I'm vouching for you. I got your back. You're funny. You're hilarious. You're awesome. You're keeping it light out here. So we
and
went
I
up.
think they knew you were there for me too, so that kind of, they were like, oh,
Yes.
So,
The first time, yeah, the first time or the second time you saved me there, but the third time I was solo dolo and he was ready to kick me out. One of the officers, I mentioned this earlier on part of my take this last week, he came up to me and he told me, I'm going to drag your at and going nuts. And I said, I don't want no problems, no problems. Like, you didn't hear what I said. I will drag you out of here. I said, sir, no problems. Literally the second or third intermission, he came back and he said, hey, I truly apologize about that. I didn't realize you really shook my hand. I said, that's fine, but it doesn't matter who I am or now you found out who I was. You literally threatened to kick me out and drag me out of this barn just because I was
Right.
trying to have a good time, right? So, but yeah, it was all good. I just shook their hands after and went out. And as soon as I walked by the camera, I said, you can't kick out good vibes. You can't kick out good
there
times.
we go.
So, yeah, no,
Like
it
a
was good. It was
light
good.
switch.
And all the fans down there were awesome. Like, Florida fans were coming up to me, like giving me hugs, arm around me. I was all about it, having a good time. One guy in overalls, it was kind of funny. He's like, "You're my idol." I'm like, "What's up, buddy? Like, nice to meet you." So, it's just a
That's
good
awesome.
vibe to have. It's just a good vibe. So it was good. It was really good times there.
So I want to present to you guys. Go check out at CanadianOldie.com. I finally got my shirt.
Yes.
Oh my lord!
Yes. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
You gotta wear that now. Like on the next After Dark we got, you have to wear that now.
After we
Yeah.
win. After we win, though.
Yes,
Right.
after you guys win, yeah. Don't get too excited out there.
No.
But yeah, no, yeah. I appreciate that, Caesar. Thank you very much, brother.
No,
So,
I
so
really do
Oldie, I got
appreciate
a
it, man.
story from you from our community. My other co-host here today isn't here, Nick. He's very superstitious.
Yeah.
And I was watching a Toronto Game 7, and I was changing my top, and I'm like, I can't leave the room right now. Puck just dropped. Well, you know how the boys came out, 25-0 shot attempts against. So I left that tarp off for the rest of the game. He's like, you got to go tarps off for the rest of the playoffs here. And I'm like, only for clinching games. So I didn't do it for Game 4 against Carolina, but I did do it for Game 5. We won Game 5, so I think I got to do it for the series.
You 100%. Hey, just for that sheer factor, it's gotta go.
Yeah,
It's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Let's see those abs.
Let's go.
Let's see those abs, Oldie.
Let's
see
go.
those abs.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Well,
Let's
we're gonna get taken
go.
down here.
Let's go.
I love it, bro. I love
Oh,
it.
God.
Yeah,
Bro.
so I think you got to
That's
keep
Nick's fault.
rolling.
That's Nick's fault, everyone.
You got to keep rolling with it. I mean, that's what it is, right? Some guys.
It's cold up here, Oldie, in Canada sometimes.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, you definitely got to keep that going. I mean, there's guys in the league right now, you know for sure. They ain't changing the gitch. Their undershirt is still their undershirt from Game 1.
No.
Still going,
check
right?
out Crosby. Check out Crosby's job.
Yes. Same jockstrap.
Oh boy.
Same jockstrap.
Thankfully, I'm not superstitious at all. Fuck that.
Well, what is your superstition, Oldie?
I'm whatever. I just go with the flow. Like, I don't get too caught up into it because then it's like too much on my brain and too much like, oh, what did I do this time? Just kind of go with it, right? I'm okay to always take my shirt off. I'm not scared about that.
Nice.
That's
nice. During last
always-
year in the playoffs, we actually had two extra seats in the playoffs, and my two other friends were with me and Shauna, and we would actually rotate seats in between the intermissions. So this year we haven't done it, so and it's still working. So
I wouldn't.
no,
Like, I mean, if it gets to the point sometimes where it's like it is a superstition, I guess maybe I do before I golf. I always hit my number's 4, so I always hit like my club on the ground like 4 times my driver and just kind of like do like a breathe in and breathe out. I mean, I don't know if it works or not. I still shoot in the 90 high 90s. So
what's your handicap?
Terrible 20. It's terrible. It's bad.
You want to know mine?
What?
That was a little inside joke.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh boy,
It ain't good. You know, I
It's
love
just
that.
like,
All
oh
about
my
rim pressure
God.
there in golf. You'll bring that handicap down there. That's what I learned. So, you know,
I'm trying to. I'm trying
I'm
to.
around
I'm
where you
trying
are
to.
for a score. But hey, I'm not down there in Florida. You're down there a lot more now. So, you know, I'm not getting as many rounds in.
Kirby, you need to hit some of the links down there, eh?
Yeah. Some of the what?
Oldie.
You
So
need to
are
hit some
you
of these links.
are you going to be going to Edmonton?
As of right yet, I don't know. My life runs like half an hour by half an hour. It seems like nowadays it's a call here, call there. But I'm always willing to bump and grind wherever the boys send me, wherever I gotta go. I don't think so going down there. But yeah, it'd be fire down there. It's gonna
So
be fire down there.
if you do come to South Florida, we got to link up. We got to do
Absolutely, yes, sure.
Gotta go to the elbow room.
Oh, always, man, always. Every time, I always show up in there. Every time I was there midday, I went down there, and then I ended up there late night. We ended up there late night.
Caesar is down there this week filming there. Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that little clip coming out. I seen that getting fired up. I gave us some love out there.
We got some ideas brewing here for Edmonton, so you know. Yeah. There's enough out there on social media. Last time was a little quiet, Caesar. It's ramping back up again like that.
Well, I mean, we dummied them 3 straight games. What the fuck you want them to say?
It wasn't gonna be something.
The shit wasn't a contest.
It's true.
Like,
it is true.
That doesn't matter with Leafs Nation. They're still talking, Cody, regardless of whatever the series is.
Unfortunately.
I know some of these guys back up here in Toronto are just like, I mean, there's diehard. There's some diehard Toronto fans. Well, you guys know it's 67. It's been a long time.
So, Oldie, do you think is Biz gonna be rooting for Edmonton here? I know. Whitney's been like, get away, stay away. We don't want you near us. Like towards you. Do you think he's actually gonna be a part of the crew now again, like last year?
I think he's got to be. He's got to give the Canadians some love out there. I mean, you got to kind of go with the flow a bit. I mean, but if Whit ain't taking him, guess what? I guess Whit ain't taking him. I mean, right? That's on him. But yeah, I'm down for whatever. I'm down for sports. Like I'm an Ohio State Buckeye. I love the Blue Jackets. Like when Nashville played with the Rangers, I was with the Rangers a bit. Love the Rangers. So just any team. Tampa Bay Buccaneer, actually.
Nice.
Actually, I got Bucks love up here. I got Ohio State up here.
Ohio State. I got something, Oldie. I'll come back here in a second. I got something to show Oldie from my Ohio buddy.
Look, all I got is this. This is all I got.
Oh, FSU.
There we go.
Seminoles. There you go. Yeah, I'm a big diehard Buccaneers fan since like back in the day, like since I was younger. We won back 2002 with Warren Sapp, Mike Allscott, Keyshawn Johnson was on the team.
Did you ever go to
quarterback? Brad Johnson?
Brad Johnson was the quarterback. Yes, sir.
Oldie, right from Ohio State.
The Buckeye Nation. I got one of those. I got bit of those beats. I love that.
My best buddy in Canada's from Ohio. He lives here now.
Okay.
Shout out to my friend Heimel, one of my best friends. He's an Ohio State Buckeye alum. And shout out
Heimel is.
Yeah, Heimel is. So congratulations on the national championship this past year.
Yes.
Very well deserved.
Oldie, I got one question. I've asked my Ohio State friends all this question. Does the national championship make up for the Michigan loss? I'm just curious.
That rivalry is literally one of the craziest things I think has to be in sports. I know sports is huge, but that rivalry is it's got to be in the top 3 though, right? You guys?
I think in North American sports, for me,
and,
I
think it's up there with Yankees, Red Sox.
Oh, Yankees, Red Sox is up there.
It's been like 100 and I want to say 23 or maybe even 30 odd years now. It's been a long time coming. So, I mean, I drive through Michigan when I go down to Ohio. Ohio's great. It's awesome. I mean, Michigan's good, but just the rivalry is just so crazy. Like, I think I could cheer for any other team except the Wolverines when it comes down to it. Like, it's just, but yeah, does it make up for the loss? It's hard. It's hard because it's hard because the loss is a loss, right? But I mean, at
Yeah,
the end of the day, when the ring's on the
You-
finger,
you-
It's like you get the last laugh, right?
yeah,
it's the last laugh, but like 10 years down the road, there's gonna be a Michigan fan. And he's gonna be like, "When's the last time you fucking won one of these?" They'd be like, "We
Right.
beat you that year."
yeah.
And
When
like,
was the last time you won us in the big conference? What about the Big Ten? What happened in the Big Ten, right?
The only
Yeah, I
guy
know.
that celebrates regular seasons bigger matchups with Michigan and Ohio State is Cody with the Dolphin regular season wins. So
look, Joe, we suck. Like we are. Look, the only other team, the team I hate the most out of anything are the Florida Gators. I don't care what anyone says. I will root.
He stuck to his guns this year too, and
Yeah,
So
so
you're-
I'm picking them in the basketball tournament. I don't care.
I picked them first out. I don't care. No. I
Wow.
will never.
It's so funny because like it's so funny. I just love how sports brings like the craziness
Right.
out of all of us. Like,
Freaking
so
love
you're
it.
you're a Dolphins fan?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish I could. Do you want more tissue? Like I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Here's the worst part. Our last playoff was in 2000, right?
Yeah.
I was born in 2001. I have not seen shit.
So you don't even know about the debacle with the Dan Marino too. I guess you only heard about that from back then,
I
right?
don't know what the debacle I heard. Fucking Adam Gase punting the last game of the season for the Bills to get in the fucking playoffs because he wanted to start like a third string quarterback. I still hate his ass for that.
Yes.
Like-
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like-
You know what else is cool? I think not cool, but I never realized someone brought it up. I guess the Miami Dolphins stadium. I don't even know what it's called.
It's called the
yeah,
Hard
Hard
Rock
Rock.
Stadium now.
The Hard Rock. Not realizing what a great move that they have the visitors on the other side where the sun sets.
That's
Like-
probably the
That's
smartest
diabolical, Oldie.
That's
why they don't
I'll
look.
die.
That's why they don't schedule September games for us anymore. Look, because when Buffalo came in, they were bitching, complaining, all that other shit.
And you're
We
gonna wear
haven't
the
gotten
white
one yet.
jersey, right? With all that. you
Yeah,
know?
we always wear white at home because darker colors make it hotter.
Yeah.
So-
right. And
Well,
I find that so crazy that like that's such a nasty ass move, but
Isn't that
such a
something like
great
the
move.
Panthers would do, Oldie? The Florida Panthers? Isn't that something like we would do?
Yeah, make them skate from make them come from the other end of the rink and walk around the entire concourse and then walk upstairs or something like that.
That would be
It's like
hilarious.
it's like fucking Lenovo Center where you got to walk all the way across the damn ice to go to your fucking locker room. Like that shit's so stupid. But no, I
There's
grew up,
Teddy Richards doing some work in the background there. He's got no
like
spin.
I got like when someone's down, the fucking trainer's got a fucking penguin walk their way to the fucking players so they don't
Oh,
bust
sorry,
their ass.
Jackie Redmond. Just let me get by
And
here.
the door's just all the way in Timbuktu too. Thank God we're going to Rogers now, and because that Carolina ice game 5 was some of the worst ice I've ever seen in my life. That shit was. It was the puck was bouncing so fucking
bouncy.
bad.
So bad.
So
It
bouncy,
cost
so
us a fucking
choppy.
goal. That's how Jarvis tied it. Like,
And to me, to honest, like
Coffee now.
and playoff hockey's so crazy. Like that's why, like when I was trying to tell the boys, the Leafs, trying to get Leafs Nation fired up, and just saying like, literally, I'm a goalie as well, so I got the blocker.
You're part of the goaltending
Here we
unit.
go.
There.
Yeah, so I got the Tendy gear here.
There we go.
So to me, any shot on net is literally the scariest shot on net because it doesn't matter. You still got to try to make that save, but and it seems in playoff goals are just choke goals. Sometimes they're just chip in rat little goals, but a goal's a goal as a goalie. I hate a 5-hole goal, and it's my own fault. It's my own fault for never going down fast enough. And I used to try to fight. I literally fought guys. They scored a 5-hole goal on me.
Don't talk to Cody about short side goals because we do our.
oh no, I'm a
defenseman.
defenseman. I'm a defenseman. So
my goalies allow that goal.
no, so basically, my biggest pet peeve is like when the guy's coming down off the wall, face-off dot, right? And
Yeah.
I'm covering middle, so there's no pass. Just stop the shot. I can't stand it when they get beat short side on the strong side. I'm like, because here's the thing, it's a minus on my part.
Yes.
I'm in the fucking film,
Yes.
so I'm getting bitched at during practice. Like, block the shot. I'm like, the fuck you want me to do?
I'm
Ben,
not
you're
the
a
goalie.
defenseman too, Ben. Jump in.
Yeah, same exact problem, Cody. It's like
Look,
You got
defensive
to
defenseman.
well, I'm going to eliminate the pass because the goalie always tells me, I want to see the shot. I want to see the shot. So
It
I'm like,
depends on which
okay,
goalie.
there's your shot. Yeah, he comes in and scores short side. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do?
But here's the thing. But you can't let the goalie see your first minute. And you tap on the pass like, "Yo, you're good, dog. Be good." And you go back to the bench. You just start muttering on your breath like, "Fucking -1, damn it!"
Oh
Because
yeah,
I played defense. Like I was defensive. I never fucking scored a thing.
right.
Like all I cared about was my plus minus. And
Making sure that you were good, and then the goalie at least make the save, and then for as a defenseman, you're responsible for the second and third shot. But at the end of the day, guess what? It's still back on the goalie.
Yeah.
It's still always
Last
back on
line
the
of
goalie.
defense.
That's
Yes.
why
Oh,
Bob
no.
gets the slander so much in our community sometimes. And
I got
Kirby and I
defense
always
every
have to
night.
back him up. And Cody, we're like, dude, what do you want him to do? Like,
there's sometimes where here's the thing. Like, considering if a defense is going to give up a pizza on a breakaway, I'm not blaming the goalie fuck at all. I don't give a shit.
Oh, neutral zone
But-
turnovers against Carolina. Here's one.
It's like Skinner is like, but here's the thing. It's like no one's giving respect to what Stuart Skinner has done ever since Calvin Pickett's gotten hurt. He's been fucking phenomenal.
Fire.
right?
Fire.
He let the one bad one on Robertson in Game 5, but
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? Dallas was out of it by then.
Oh, and then they pulled him. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
That was insane.
That was
I
one
was
of the dumbest moves I've ever seen.
Like, I love Peter DeBoer, but what the hell are you doing in that situation?
You
You got
talked
it.
about Roy Bellamy with him, right, Cody?
I
He's like,
understand if it's like
backed
3 or
up the
4
bus, rolled
goals,
it over,
but
backed it up
2
again.
goals? Like-
No, that it's minimal three to 4 range. If it's 3 quick ones, then yeah, but like 2, you still got to ride them out. You got to at least ride them till the end of the first period.
Or
'Cause you
Oldie,
at
you
least
go
think
back.
he
Or
stops-
Oldie, you go back to him in net.
Yeah.
Go back to him. Yes, there's no
Right
reason.
after the
It's not.
second
It's,
intermission, right? Right
Yeah,
after
it's-
the
it's
Right,
unlimited
you give him a
subs, so
breather.
you could sub them right back in, and it wouldn't. It's not like soccer where you only have like 3 subs or whatever it is. Like in a game, like once you sub in, you're done for the game. Or baseball,
Right.
like a pitcher, once you bring a new pitcher, you're done. Showers. So yeah, they definitely could have brought him back in, but I think the Oilers, the pressure and them being on and trying to close out that series just to get it over with, just to get back to the finals and try to bang out there with the Cats again. It was their mind is strong. The mind is the strongest part of our body, right? And to have them all buzzing like that, going out there, they did what they had to do and then got off the ice and then back home to Edmonton, right?
That's what
Yeah,
worries me most about Edmonton in this series is the fact that they just seem a bit more business-like going into this final, and I'm like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
this could
And
be
give
a
it
big problem for us.
Yeah, you got to
Right.
give credit to them, and like I said it on Spin Chicklets, Edmonton reminds me a lot of Florida last year when we lost the cup the year before, and then
Exactly.
the next year we looked like we were hungrier and wanted it more, right? So that's one thing I've noticed about Edmonton, but
Palmer,
don't.
just jump in, Caesar. Palmer said, "I'll see the spirit of these two teams after it's played on the ice here."
But this
Yeah,
So he
this
doesn't know.
game one's going to be fucking
And I'm not
banging. Everyone's getting hit.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
That game
Everyone.
one is probably going to be the most physical out of the whole series, I think, because
It's going to be banging, yeah. It's
just
going to be
because
banging.
testosterone out there is going to be insane.
Yeah,
And-
because
Yeah, just even like your coach, like Paul Maurice, what a great coach, man. It took him so many years to finally get that cup, and he did it. And it just goes to show determination and like mindset. It's not over. You always got to keep fighting that for that next day, for that day, and the next day carrying on. And he's got an awesome squad with you guys. Like he's done phenomenal with the
And
Panthers.
it seems like he's
Oh.
always pushing the right buttons. And I know on the one of the press conferences before, he said, "No disrespect to my former teams in the past, but this has
Right.
been the best team I've ever had." So,
Oh, he was a Leafs coach too, so
yeah,
for what a
he was
fucking
with
year.
the Buds as well at one point, right? But I mean,
Was it-
yeah, just the determination these guys and the strive and just all boys buzzing in. But yeah, it's going to be a phenomenal. I think this is going to be a great series with the Oilers and the Panthers going at it. And that's why when you guys ask me, people are saying 4 or 5 games.
no, it's going to be more
6,
than
7.
that.
It's
6
6,
or
7.
No.
It has to be, right?
Last
Yeah.
year I was Panthers in 5. This year I'm not looking at a short series this year.
Like,
No.
no, not with the way Edmonton's playing, especially where their depth is showing up.
I think it's going to
but-
go back and forth as well. It's not going to be like a 3-0 type of situation. I think it's going to go back and forth all the way. Maybe they'll get 2, we'll get 2, that kind of deal.
Yeah, back and forth, Ben. Yeah.
Like,
Little banging back and forth. But yeah, you know what? I kind of missed too a little bit with the puck is the old school Tillies. Not too many fights this year in playoffs. Like before, it used to be crazy. It used to be like, all right, ding, 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 here you go. And the boys would drop the mitts. It'd be at least 2 or 3 Tillies in a game now.
Four Nations there, Oldie?
Oh, that was crazy. That was literally
we're
insane.
still suffering from that.
Like the fucking early 2000s was just like those fuckers just like they would punch you for looking the wrong way at them.
Oldie,
like,
believe
I
that
thought
that's
Kachuk was going to go with somebody. Who was he shouting at on the bench in one of the games? I can't remember. He was shouting at somebody as if he was going to say, "Yeah, let's go, let's have it."
Wait, who? Wait, who?
Like the kind of whole Pasternak thing he was doing, but
no. He said no. They were meeting with the referees for something, and that's when he told them like, "Hey, yo, let's fucking go."
I love that.
That's when that happened. Like,
who was he doing it against in this playoffs? I'm sure he was doing it with somebody.
Fucking everybody. Like him and Gensel in the first round were talking a lot of shit.
Yes.
Like when Gensel scored the first goal, the tie to game 1, Gensel was yelling at Kachuk because Kachuk took the fucking penalty on that power play.
Yeah.
And guess what? Kachuk got 2 power play goals
later.
later.
Not going to drop the gloves.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, fucking Aho. Like, we tried it last round, but the Canes didn't want to drop the gloves because.
And then, especially with that Hagel hit on Barkov, and I think it just re-upped the energy there and them trying to get back at him. So,
but do you think Kachuk got hurt in that fight there with Hagel? That's what Elliot Friedman was saying. And I think they're kind of letting the cat out of the bag on that one. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but I think that's probably where the injury happened there.
Whoever says in the chat, I think it was Nylander,
Yeah. Oldie?
Yeah, no, it could be like these guys hide a little more things than we know always, which is like if it's like say it's a collarbone or something, it's just upper body injury. So upper body is wrist, elbow, shoulder, ribs. So it's just like when they always kind of push that off, you never kind of know. Even like people when talking with Matthews saying that he was injured in that whole series with the Leafs not playing to his full potential. But
well, he was over in Germany. They're getting treatment, That's
what
heard
in training camp or some shit.
Right, like, and then people talk about that. But Kachuk's just an absolute thoroughbred. Great hockey player, absolute bump and grinder kind of guy you want for the squad out there. His father was an absolute grinder as well, right? And his brother in Ottawa. So you never know what these guys are saying behind the thing. But yeah, that was a good tilt with Hagel too. Also another Canadian beauty. But yeah, just right off the draw like that. That's I think that ramped up hockey a bit, and I think North America in general, in the core of just loving hockey and having that rivalry, because it's always Team Canada, Team USA, who's better, who's number one, right? And then just to have that, and then what we have forward to is the Olympics coming up in 2026 as well, right? Because
we'll be ready.
And that's going to be crazy. Like, all these guys are in the change room together. Some of them are with each other. Some of them aren't. Like with Marchand, with you guys being team Canadian player, great hockey player as well. If he ain't on your team, you absolutely do not want anything to do with them. But when he's on your team, you got the jersey. Hence, Caesar's got the jersey, right? So, but these guys are all in the change room together, and then they go out there, and for that 60 minutes, I ain't your boy. I ain't your boy today for 60 minutes. You go and do your thing, and then you go out after, and you just shoot the shit and celebrate with the guys. And like, even with us right here as a group, collectively having a good time, chirping each other. At the end of the day, it's all about having a good time. And these guys don't pay our bills, so like, some people go a little too crazy as fans. Like, that's my team, But like, okay, but like, you're not willing to like completely die for it or fight someone and get into an injury or something. You just have a good time and ride with it, right? So
unless it's Michigan, Ohio State.
Exactly. And the fact that in Ohio State, anything with an M on it, the week that Michigan's in Ohio, they put an X out of it. It's just so great. It's so crazy.
No blue, no yellow, like nothing.
Shout out to my Gonzaga Bulldogs because the starting player will be having an NBA championship this year. So I just want to get that.
Oh yeah, fucking what is it? It's either Holmgren or Nemhard, right?
Yep, there we go. And a Canadian will also be an NBA champion at the end of this year. So I got to throw that.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
that's great too. That's huge for Canadian basketball as
I'm
well.
part of the Canada basketball program up here and have been. So I just had to
Shout out to Steve Nash back in the day, one of the best Canadians.
I coached Steve Nash youth basketball program.
Shout out Kelly Olwinick. That's all I got.
Kelly Olwinick.
That's so sweet. Actually,
his dad was an Alberta guy.
My daughter's she played on a basketball team. They just won the championships, all Ontario. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So she balls. She was at ball today for an hour and a half with another team she's working with right now. So we got the net out in front. We're always shooting hoops, awesome. Swimming. Actually, I got to go catch my brother's lacrosse game at 4:45. So I'm gonna have to get out of here. They're playing for the bronze. They lost today 3-2 in a little barn burner for the semis. But guy took a stupid penalty at the end of the game, and they ended up not getting enough time to kind of go down the barrier goal.
They call penalties in lacrosse there, Oldie?
Yeah, I don't know why. And some of the slashes and the hacks and the high sticks, I'm like, I missed. It's legal. And then you get like a stupid little slash on the guy's wrist, and the guy's like, I'm like, the guy just got speared in the neck, and you give him a slashing penalty.
I didn't know your whistle worked there.
Yes, and
like
in Canada,
hockey, right, Oldie? Just let it go.
Let it ride. But it's box lacrosse. So so in box lacrosse, you can fully cross check the guy. Like you can't cross check him on the neck, and you can't cross check low. But I mean, once you hit up on the shoulders and it slides up, and hey, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a wild sport. Box lacrosse is wild game. It's basically basketball on a hockey court. Because you got 5 guys, 5 and 5. So you're on a hockey court, on concrete. Some guys have the turf, but mostly concrete. And you're setting picks and rolls, continuously moving around with the ball. 30-second shot clock. So it's kind of the same in the NBA. It's 24, 30 seconds. And it's constant flow of the game. And it's moving. And guys are whacking and hacking. So we're going for the bronze. But, hey, it's one of those things. So...
It's the sadistic guys from hockey that are like, yeah, I want to play lacrosse in the offseason. You're like, this guy's just wired different.
Like, this is like fucking Montour?
Montour's one of them. I got a guy that, one of my family friends that was on Spit Chicklets because he was throwing down at a Pick Whitney night. And he liked playing lacrosse just for fun in the offseason when he's playing hockey.
So sick. Yeah, it's a crazy game. A lot of guys. I think Sean Monahan played with the Blue Jackets. He played lacrosse. He actually played with my brother for a couple of years. Scott Lawton with the Leafs. I mean, there's endless guys that played the game. It's just it's a great sport. It's a wild sport. Obviously, hockey's nuts, but hockey playoffs is it's regular season is level 10.
Yeah,
and it's hockey playoffs is like level 1,469 billion.
Yeah,
you're literally on the edge of your seat every freaking play. Like
it's crazy.
You can't like miss a play. Like if you turn your head, you're gonna miss something.
You missed a crazy goal.
Like I've introduced some of my friends to hockey now, and they're loving it now. Like, you know what's funny? The first fucking game I showed them was when Vegas scored with like 0.3 left in the game.
What a goal! That was crazy. That was a crazy goal. Yeah, just that edge of your seat, and then for your boys that never seen it, it's crazy. It's literally ramps up like crazy. There's no other.
One of the craziest moments in the playoffs that I've witnessed was last year Tampa Bay when Bob made that ridiculous save behind the back, just right in front of me. I just had to look at my friend Sierra twice. I'm like, did he really just fucking do that? Unbelievable moment.
Officer Bob on the case.
Old school Dominic Hasek. Hasek. The spread.
Oh my! The greatest. Like the craziest playoff moment for me, easily. I was 10 when this happened. Easily the Bieksa game winner to send the Canucks to the Cup Final because when no one could find the fucking puck.
Oh, yes.
It launched up in the air. No one knew where it was.
Yes.
And that shit was in the back of the net, and you just see all the Sharks just fucking confused as shit.
Like, what happened? Like, what just happened?
I love having the goalie union on. I got to get another question here before you go, Oldie. Favorite goalie all time, current goalie? What is it?
Growing up was the Felix the Cat Potvin. I love the
brother
Cat.
had that gear, the old street hockey gear.
Yeah, the old heating pads with the fire pads.
I love it.
Yeah, Patrick Waugh as well. He was a great goalie, but my birthday's October 5th, so I share it with Alexander Keith.
There we go.
Mario Lemieux and Patrick Waugh as well. So like, Waugh was just a great goalie, but I mean, he was a Habs guy, so I always loved Felix. But yeah, Pop and Curtis Joseph as well. Actually,
Cujo.
where's my helmet? I
Oh,
literally.
you got the Cujo mask.
Yeah. Give me a
let's
30
go. Let's
seconds.
show that.
Go
Got the-
solo, Cam. For
I
this.
just want to real quick. Thanks chat for joining us today. Please like.
This is insane.
subscribe.
This has been fun.
We'll get to some questions here before we wrap too today. Here, so
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
thanks everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it, and to Canadian Oldie for joining us here. This has been such an awesome and special moment. Let's go.
First off, I got to give a body armor. Always get it in you. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, gents, look at this old whippersnipper right here.
Oh my goodness.
There we
The
go.
Blues one.
Yeah, the old notes. I mean, there's some dingers. Look at these. Are some heavy puck marks up here. Look, right up the side, broken cage, the mask. This thing won't even fit me, but you know what? For the boys, we got to
Let's
wedge your home.
go. Yes.
Push it.
Put-
Let's go.
Get in the back. Slam it
Hey,
on.
you gotta put some lube in that thing, man.
Here, look. Even the side is busted up there, boys. Like, I mean, I'm all out.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love it. I love it, bro.
Yeah, so it's yeah, it was crazy, man. I love playing net. Actually tonight, a couple of the guys, I'm with volunteer fire department as well.
Yeah.
So guys got a squad team going, and I think they just got dropped down to the F League. They moved to F. I mean, it's men's beer league. So I think I'm going to go out tonight and be the backup goalie.
You got to send
Oh.
Just come out, just
You gotta
go out
send
there as the
this.
backup goalie, or
Let's
just
go.
be on the door. I mean, who has a men's beer league goalie, a backup goalie? No one in men's
No
league has a
one.
backup
Oh.
goalie.
He'll
There's
take
only one.
anyone off the street.
Hey.
But you know what's funny?
Right?
People
pretty
don't know this
athletic,
about
too.
backup goalies. Backup goalies are some of the biggest fucking chirpers ever.
Oh,
my
I'm going to be
goodness.
all over the board gumming, guys. I'm going to be on the board. Ding, 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 ding. Let's change it up, boys. Change it up. Your shit, 1-7. Your shit. I'll be giving it to the guys on the other team out there.
Let's go.
The most energy that F League has seen all year.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. So they got dropped down. I guess they get shellacked in it. So I'm going to go be playing in an backup F League tonight for the boys. They said, would you come on? I said, boys, you know what? Absolutely. I gotta go to my brother's game. And then after that, I come home, grab a quick bite, kiss the baby girls, kiss the wifey. Gotta go. Daddy loves you. I'm out. Go
Put
bang
the
it out.
GoPro on, put the GoPro on, get some content, whatever.
Here's something to think about, Oldie.
Yes, sir.
This year, the Panthers had a street hockey tournament. Maybe next year we can get together and form
Would
a
love
little
to.
a league and enter the competition. The
Well,
Cats
you
Yeah.
can have
have
Oldie as the coach out there. With the
either
season.
the coach or he can be our goaltender. I
So
mean,
I'll be the
Cats are
coach.
at home.
Coach, water bottle, whatever you guys need. Whatever you need. You want me to come in? I'll put the players' gloves on there. I'll put the goalie gear on there.
There
I'll
we
do
go.
whatever.
There you go.
I'll do
Cody's
whatever.
got to be there. Nick's got to be
But
there.
I got to show you guys one more thing. This is pretty cool, man. I was my boy Nash showed me. He took care of me back in 2015. Check this out. Look what he put on his skate, boys.
that is
Fucking-
freaking epic.
What?
Wow.
That's me
That's
doing the
crazy.
handstand splits.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I love it, bro. Hey,
crazy.
that's why I love hockey players, man. They are second to none, the most nicest people you could
Oh.
ever meet. Down
All
to earth.
please.
They don't care about their image, anything like that. You can sit there, meet them in the street. They sit there and chat with you like you're part of the family. So shouts out to hockey players. That's why I love this sport so much.
Yeah, it's crazy, boys. It's crazy. But I got to give a little Canadian flag love out here. Hey, I appreciate you guys. It's actually been an honor to even
Real
let me
quick,
come
Hey,
on
it's
the
been an honor
show.
for me, dog.
Real quick,
you, Oldie.
Oldie, where can people find you? Where can they find your merchandise and stuff on here?
Yeah, CanadianOldie.com. CanadianOldie.com. Once you click on, you print it. It takes a few days. It takes about 7 to 10 days. Because once you order and click it, it gets printed right away. I appreciate the support. Twitter, Instagram is Canadian_Oldie. It's just been
Here
a
it is
crazy.
right here.
It's just been
There
a
we go.
crazy, incredible ride. I got for the blue collar, I got some safety vests, I got some hoodies out there. Yeah, it's just been a crazy ride. It's been awesome. And so much love, so much support and from everyone. It's just been great. I love every
I'm gonna
second of
grab
it.
a hoodie now. I need that.
And
Yeah.
I'll be dropping some merchandise too, guys, here soon as well.
I love that, Caesar. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, man, good
Yep.
for you. Yeah, just keep doing your thing, man, and I appreciate
bro.
your journey and everything else. So it's just been awesome. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor for letting me come on to your podcast, guys. It's really honor. Appreciate everything.
It was an honor talking to you, big dog. Appreciate it.
We'll talk this week.
I appreciate you guys anytime, man. I'm always bumping and grinding. I even do cameo. I'm doing cameos as well. Canadian Oldie for the cameos. It's just been a crazy wild ride, and I enjoy everyone, and I enjoy every second of it, and it's just been a blast. So, and it's just me. So, even with all the cameras and stuff, I'm the same guy off the camera as I am on the camera. I seen C's. We shot the shit for.
The one thing I really appreciate you is, we talk almost every day. And, not a lot of people do that, have this platform, right? So big props to you. Thank you for being genuine, being such a great guy to me and my friends and to everybody here in the community. We love you. And anytime you want to come on and hit the shit with us, you're more than welcome to, bro.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot of pop-in chats this off-season. So
especially this off-season. We shoot the shit a lot.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, guys, I appreciate it. I'm all over with the schedule, but anytime I can hop on and give love to you guys and listen and answer questions and just have a good time, it's unbelievable.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck to your brother in the bronze medal game.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully the squad team can win. He's coaching the team out there, so hopefully they're going. So he asked, can you come in and do the changer and pep talk? And I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. These are minors and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? So it's just crazy how much love and support. So we'll see what happens out there. Give them some bumps and knuckles out there.
All you have to do is do those splits, man. You do those splits in the handstands, then they'll be like, oh, okay.
Double cartwheel to the splits. Double cartwheel to the splits. Love it.
Like Cody always says on the podcast, enjoy Stanley Cup Final, Oldie, but let's go Cats.
Yeah, 100%. And as a Canadian guy, let's go Oilers, boys. Let's have a fun one. Let's hope for some great Game 6, Game 7, awesome hockey, double overtime status, single overtime, whatever it is. Just electric, keeping us on our seats, keeping our tickers.
I got a lot of family in Edmonton, Oldie. I got to watch my heart here.
Yeah, just keeping the ticker going. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everything, man. Keep doing your thing. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, boys. Have a great week. And Wednesday night's going to be absolutely electric.
Let's go, baby. Appreciate it, Oldie.
Wow, what a great guy, guys.
Yeah,
man.
Before we go any further, I think we got to get the ad read in here.
Yep, go ahead.
Let's go.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? Caneswear in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. Caneswear has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
And shout out Jeremy Beckham with Becksells FLA. Hey, Panther fans in South Florida need real estate help? Check out Jeremy Beckham with Next Home Treasure Coast. It's a boutique service with a personal touch. Jeremy and his team put humans over houses, working hard for you whether you're buying or selling. Ready to move? Hit up BeckSellsFLA.com or call 772-475-5371 now. You'll be glad you did.
We had a question earlier, thank you there, Cody, from Joe about injury update.
Yes,
Lusso and Lundell are both good to go. Greer is the one that they're not sure about.
No.
I think Greer's probably dealing with like a hip point or something along those effects. But Lusso and Lundell are good to go, so the two key ones are good. So I mean, we're looking pretty good health-wise. Besides Greer going into this Cup final here, I wonder if he's going to throw Boquist in there.
And maybe Greer gets okay by Wednesday if things pan out. Do you know what I mean? It's a couple of days.
Shit, we got 3 days between fucking games, so we'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. So he might they'll probably keep him behind and then just come in for game 3 at home. Give him a couple extra days.
Like it's gonna be huge here. I mean, let's see.
Anybody in the chat going to the the
watch
party here at the arena?
Right now, if some things fall my way right now, I could be in Edmonton for Game 5. So
wow.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Where everyone's saying wait for Game 7, Cody, but you're saying
I'm not waiting for Game 7.
I might a small chance I might be there for Game 7. We'll see with our boy Nick there. I don't know if Nick's into the watch parties anymore because I don't think it turned out too well last year. I think even Mrs. Levine dropped by for a watch party and it didn't turn out so well. And she's like,
no. I had the chance to go to the watch parties last year. I just didn't want to go because it was just like when you're in a high stress situation like that, the worst thing for me is like have the other people around me. Especially with like Nick, Nick's like very emotional after every fucking goal.
Yeah, we have to deal with that on Spaces, so I can only imagine how that would be with the community live. And me and Cody were kind of wired the same way on that, especially in the moment, the overreaction of like, oh, it was awful first period. And like, we're like, everyone relax. Imagine if we were doing Spaces live during the games. Even like what you would see it, Caesar, if we did live streams for games.
Oh my god,
it would be wild, man.
The only problem with
Ben, the people don't even remember what they said an hour, 2 hours earlier. It's like they have amnesia.
Yeah, and the other thing is as well, like going to these watch parties. I mean, like obviously I haven't done it for any of the Panthers games, but like doing it with sports over here, I just don't take the game in as well. Like I'm sitting there with my buddies. It's like, well. And they're talking, we're having a bit of a chat, like, oh, what's this happening with this player? And it's like, let me just watch the game. Like, I feel antisocial then because I just want to sit and watch the game. So
people like me and Cody to break it down. It's very hard to do that for a community and audience if you're there and a live watch party or there like Bruce. So, like, it's very tough.
So Ben, what are you going to do for these games? Because I know the time difference is over there.
Oh, really? You're going to ask me that?
Do you watch it after the game? Do you turn off your
it's called sleep's going to be fucking optional.
Well,
look,
I don't know. Ben has a new schedule this year, so I don't know if he can do it live.
Yeah. So my work now starts at 6. So the only way I could legitimately do it is if like the first obviously like 2 or 3 games there's really no point in me like ruining my sleep, ruining work, being
But if we have a chance for the cup,
yeah, well that's a different story, right? But obviously like first couple of games, I mean, guys, I gotta I'm getting a bit older as well. I need to live a bit, you know what I mean? I gotta make sure that I'm decent for doing life things. However, when it gets further on down the road, we'll see. However, though, depending on how things go, I might be in Morocco.
Morocco. And again, Ben watches all the games on replay. Like what I used to do before I was doing this community, when I was coaching or doing things, I would watch it later. Turn my phone off, all that stuff.
I'm getting called out for having excuses, but I watch every game, but I can't stay up and do work and sorts of things. It's just the way it goes. Like I would have to get up. At like 1, and then just basically stay awake because the game's going to finish at 4:30. I've got to be in work at 6.
I still think the funniest story is with the Carolina 4 overtime game when you were getting up.
I was in Italy.
And you were going to turn on the highlights or whatever. Oh shit, the game's still on.
That was
like, you guys are on Spaces?
That call was amazing because I was speaking to Dora about it earlier, and I was like, oh, I got up early. I was like, oh, I want to know what the score was. Obviously, I'm really excited. I want to know what the score is. Like, obviously, I can't watch it. I don't know if I can pick it up since now I can know I can pick it up in Italy. But I was like, oh, I don't know if I can pick the game up. I want to know what the score is. I want to watch the highlights. And I was like, hang on a minute. Where the fuck are these highlights?
Right.
Oh, the game is still going on. And then obviously, like, all you guys are like, Ben, what's going on? I'm like, I just woke up. What the fuck's happening?
Me and Cody talked every overtime of that game, I believe.
Yeah.
It's funny. It was just like we got to the point. We were like I got to the point where like Panthers, somebody fucking score.
No, but the community was like anyone score, and I'm like, stop it. If we lose this game, we're not winning the series. And
Dave, we would love to do a live, but I think we're just too into it, and I think everybody's going to be in their own.
I would only do it for game 1. That'd be my only way. I would do it for game 1 where it's like I don't want to say the game doesn't matter, but there isn't much pressure on the game.
And we were going to do it last round with Dallas or Edmonton if it went 6 or 7. We were going to.
This is what I mean. But
Dave, we also do the Olympics live stream. We were in February. We did the 4 Nations there last February. Go ahead, Ben.
This is what I'm saying with my schedule as well. Like game 1, is there much point? No, not, I'm obviously a massive Panthers fan, but does it make much difference to my life if I lose like a load of sleep in that moment? No.
But if it was Game 7, you couldn't sleep either way.
Game 7 if it's Game 7 and I need to get up for work, I'm going straight to bed after I get home from work, and then I'm just going to get up and watch the game, and then it is what it is after that point. But I can't do that. It's like 7 games potentially, guys. I can't.
You do that for like 10.
Do you work on a Saturday?
No.
Game 7's on Friday.
Here we go. So I could stay like Friday night, especially. Do you know what I mean?
Friday night. Hey, you get a couple in you.
Why, Ben? You leaning towards 7-game series here?
Don't ask me that. I don't want.
Well, you're on camera now. You're on.
Oh, I know. This is the problem, though. I'm like, well, I really don't know. I think it could go any which way of multiple. Like, I'm not going to say there's going to be a sweep involved. I don't think that. I think, like, I said it earlier to Oldie, like, I think it is going to go back and forth. I'm going to say 6-7 probably, but you just don't know with either team. You really don't at this point of the time. And there's a couple of things I wanted to touch on as well. Like, what are your feelings? Because I know what my feelings are, and I'll share them first if you'd like me to. But this away ice for the Panthers, do you think it's a problem for us? Because I don't think the Panthers give a flying whatever about playing on the road.
I'm not worried about the road.
The only thing
it's going to be tougher.
The only thing that worries me about Edmonton, they're 12-2, or was it 14-2 in the playoffs last year?
What, at home?
No, during the playoff this last run here after the Kings.
This year you're talking.
Yeah, this year.
I don't think they've lost one game at home, and that was the Vegas late 0.3 seconds left.
So they're 12-2 here. So to me, that's a little bit more worrisome. But then again, like
I'm worried about the Oilers' home ice. I am.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But like Ben said, we're 8-2, right? In the road.
Yeah.
So
but it's not even that. I just literally think the Panthers don't care. Like just attitude about going into other teams' buildings and going, guess what? You're having some. Go away.
But this is the best rink right now. Like all the teams we played. It doesn't compare to Toronto.
But here's my thing. We are more confident on the road this year than we were last year.
Yeah.
And we're always confident on the road.
We were always confident, but last year we had a couple stinkers on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Game 4 Tampa, every game in Edmonton basically.
Well, look at last year in Edmonton.
But the problem is, like, 2 of those games, they were playing with that pressure of that cup, with the cup on them. Yeah. So I wonder if I think it's going to make a huge difference. But the thing is, just like with us with the road, is like I'm worried about our home ice. If you look at our last couple playoff runs, our shittiest games mostly have come on at home.
Well, I think on home ice, Cody, it comes down to, and you talked to me about this off air, it comes down to how we defend and with our defensemen. That's going to be on home ice. Because I think on the road, they're going to get rush chances. They're going to get opportunities.
I think they're going to get that regardless. But it's
home ice, we got to lock it down more, though. It really has to be more. It has to be like Game 7 last year.
But home ice, defensively, this postseason, I haven't had a problem with us. Offensively has been the issue. Like home versus road,
but
offensively,
if Edmonton gets 2-3 by you on home ice quickly, it's a whole different game, and they're able to kind of score in bunches, right? And then that's where we're playing from behind. That's what I worry about. It has to be 0-1 hockey on home ice.
But here's also another thing: we're better at this postseason. We have been better at scoring in bunches than Edmonton has. We have been
quick succession stuff. Like
I don't know.
We've scored 2 goals in like 30 less seconds 3 times.
It's insane.
We did it against Tampa.
Are you sure?
We did it against Carolina.
Yeah,
they scored a bunch. They did it.
They scored a bunch, but it was drawn out.
Did we do it against Toronto as well?
We might have, but it may have been like 2 minutes or less. Because the Reinhardt goal and the Verhaeghe tire in Game 3 were pretty close together.
I'm not saying the Panthers are better. I'm saying it's going to be very even, where teams are able to respond with 2 goals in 4 minutes. I think it's completely like a wash.
Yeah, that's
once
fair.
again,
like I said, it just doesn't bother me playing in Edmonton anymore. It really doesn't. It doesn't bother
I
me.
want to take Ben optimism on that, because Ben mentioned that to me off air. I want to carry that with me, because
I'm more
Shouts out
confident
to-
because there's
Real quick, shouts out to Kyle in my Instagram. He's a big Oilers fan. We've been chatting here back and forth during these last couple of games.
Oilers Nation.
He thinks that Oilers will win in 5, but he thinks we're really strong as well. So,
well, you guys aren't winning in 5. That's not happening.
That's not happening?
No.
Well, I think if this series ends,
no team this series is gonna win in 4 or 5. This is not gonna go. This is gonna go long.
Well, if you're talking about Skinner holding form, Cody, there is a potential chance that they can win in 5. If Skinner is like unreliable,
But Skinner has to be up there.
And that's the thing as
but
well.
that's what he's been doing.
It wouldn't surprise me as well if we go in there and just blow the doors off him in one game, because we're known to do stuff like that now in these playoffs.
But the
You
thing
feeling
is,
that
with
in game 1, Ben? Game 2? What are you feeling?
it would happen in game 1 if it were to happen.
I asked Ben.
But I don't think we're blowing the doors off on this series. But
No,
the thing is with Edmonton, and this is what pissed me off with Dallas. Dallas never really pressured Edmonton around the net. And that's where Florida won the Carolina series, was around the net.
yeah.
And a big thing with Edmonton going into this series is, it's funny because it's the fucking opposite for each team. Edmonton's power play on the road has been fucking god awful.
So here's a great point by John here. Thanks for listening. Power play at home has looked difficult. Face-offs is one of the areas that have been noticeably bad and a struggle in the general. What do you guys think the face-offs have to be better to start off with? Because I know most of our goals this year have been off of the face-offs, right, Kirby?
You're gonna laugh at this, but these are the 2 worst face-off teams in the playoffs.
So
they're both bottom 4.
Toronto was,
both of these teams are below 50%. I'm pretty sure because I know Ottawa's last, and I think we're second to last.
I haven't dug into the Oilers numbers there. I know that's where we're situated.
I looked at it; they are not good either. Edmonton's at 48.4, Florida's at 45.6.
So kind of a wash.
So it's kind of a wash there, and it's and the penalty kill. I think the Panthers had the best penalty kill. No, yeah, the Panthers had the best penalty kill now
Last
at
year,
87.
had the best penalty kill coming into the final. They were even better than Florida's.
But this year they're at 66%.
Yeah, but I think the Panthers are John. They're going to have to score goals on home ice on the power play, because Edmonton isn't going to relinquish all their chances on the power play. They are scoring quickly on the power play. Nugent Hopkins is playing very well right now. I think you kind of have to shut him down on those cross-seam passes.
I'm not worried about Nugent Hopkins, though.
I'm not worried about him, but he's playing in good form right now.
I'm worried about 3 fucking guys. That's who I'm worried about. Fucking Henrique, Brown, Janmark. Those fucking 3.
Well, yeah, that's not going to be our.
Those fucking 3 killed us last year.
They did.
Killed us.
That's not going to
talk
play as much, but
talking to Oilers fans, McDavid, Drexel scared me to a point, but those 3 fucking terrified me.
The part that's bothering me a little bit, guys, is Florida fans are we have depth scoring. Edmonton fans, we have depth scoring. Both teams are getting unbelievable depth scoring, period. And we'll see which one continues forward, because you think that'll be a key part in this series. It's not just our team is better than both teams have been doing it the whole playoff. Colson is potting all these goals dating back to the first, second round for the Oilers. And maybe they're not getting as much scoring from their defense, Cody. But again, they've got Ekholm back now.
Just want to let you know, Potkolz only has 1 goal, but he's been more of an assist. He only has 1 goal this postseason. So
are you sure?
The thing is, I just looked.
Okay, how much points does he have?
Like 8.
Okay, points then. Okay.
Yeah, goal wise.
I'm talking point production. I'm talking point production.
I know. Point production. Our point production is extremely better than Edmonton. So if we're gonna be honest here, they go down to 8. They only have 7 guys above 10 points, which is Corey Perry, Evander Kane, Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard, Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid.
Yeah.
Well, the Panthers, I think we're at 12.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at like 11, 12.
I believe Edmonton was second ranked on bottom six scoring and different things like that. Again, the Panthers are getting a lot of that from their defense. So let's hope it continues here. You know, you would hope to see that move forward.
Point production, everyone in the top 9 has more than 10 points for the Panthers going into this Stanley Cup Final.
Now I think their depth's going to be a little hampered with Hyman out because you got to have Perry and Elliott.
Hyman's the big loss.
Yeah, he is, man. He's hitting everything.
Oh, and
shout out Mason. He's the F1 Ben that goes down there and gets the pucks for McDavid.
He's the dirty work forward.
Right? And digs those pucks out. And you're going to need to do that against Florida because it's going to be battle and compete on those boards.
Yeah.
Right?
But the one thing I've seen from Edmonton that's really improved from last year is their neutral zone defense. They stymied Dallas. Dallas couldn't get through that shit.
No.
And the one thing, and when Florida's at their worst, their biggest problem was they try and pass through the neutral zone. And guess what? That's how Aho scored those 2 goals. We try to pass through the neutral zone. Forsling, turnover. Pikola, turnover.
So we gotta eliminate the turnovers in the neutral zone. That's the number one priority.
Well, that's where you can't get the Barista in the neutral zone play set up because if you're turning pucks over, you've got no layers and you've got no protection behind that when you're turning pucks over from blue to blue or even blue to red. Like there's no we can't set up when we're doing that. So again, like the Oilers are going to pounce on those opportunities. Cody talked about the depth. It's not just going to be the Connor McDavid. It's going to be Jan Marks and Browns and those type of players. They're going to pounce on those turnovers. And then Bob's facing a semi-breakaway, a breakaway, a 2-on-1 opportunity. That's a hard ask for Bob. And then you get Bob, Cody moving left to right. And where are the Oilers going to put those shots? High. Because that's where they found success last year. They struggled against Bob in game 1 last year, putting everything along the ice level. Then they started to elevate the puck on Bob, and that's where you're going to beat Bob. So Panthers, Caesar can't turn the puck over. Got to be clean through the neutral zone.
You know what's funny? With Stuart Skinner, it's like kind of the opposite for me, where he's pretty good up high. Just everything chest down.
A lot of holes and different things.
Like the 6-hole, 7-hole, 5-hole, like short side, like.
But you got to get Skinner to move a little bit because he starts to be like that Anthony Stolarz and he starts to swim and starts to lose his net. And Skinner, sometimes his perception is bad too, Cody. He's deep in the net or his angle's really off. He can get really wonky in there. So Panthers got to be very precise moving the puck. But like Ben, like you're like, we got to put shots to the net, not just be overpassing and trying to make the perfect play on a guy like Skinner.
And both teams play that dump and chase too. So winning the board battles is such a key too in this series.
But that's going to be hard for Edmonton, Caesar, with Hyman out. So
that's another thing. Hyman out is going to be.
Corey Perry doing that.
I don't think he could do it for maybe 1 or 2 games, but I don't see him doing it precisely through the whole series.
Gotta wear him down.
Right?
Gotta wear him down.
And the 2 guys the Panthers have to wear down, guys, is Bouchard, obviously, and then Ekholm coming back to the lineup. Treat Ekholm like you treated Chris Tanev.
Yes.
Get him on every fuck out of him.
Every
and let me just say this. We're not saying to purposely injure, but legally check him as much as you can.
Touch him up.
And apparently the guy who kind of does that is Carter Verhaeghe at the moment because I don't know what his problem is with Tanev.
I tried to fucking tell everybody about this guy. Like, no one wanted to listen to me all year. You can ask Kirby. I talk shit all year about Verhaeghe. He's not doing anything.
I think you and I were like that. We were saying, like, guys, watch the play. He's actually forechecking and back-checking. Don't look at the stats. Don't worry about the playoffs.
You can ask Kirby. I took a beating.
I was at a game this year. Verhaeghe had 6 hits, Cody, in a regular season.
Yeah, he was doing everything. He just couldn't fucking score. And guess what? Shout out Carly once again. Number 1 Verhaeghe believer. Check out my banner. I'm not changing that shit. Guess who scored the game winner to send us to the fucking cup final? Oh, yeah, Carter Verhaeghe.
Yep.
Like, that's why he got paid. That's why he's got the 8x7.
Fans in the DM, Kirby, should Panthers have signed Verhaeghe to that deal when they did?
Yes.
Could you imagine what he'd be getting after this season, especially with this playoffs?
I understand the reasons why Carter Verhaeghe got a bit of heat because of his.
I understand it, but
I
It
think
was
there's
overblown.
a lot of Florida fans are looking for like a high scoring game, but this team is not built for that, right?
I'm
Paul
sorry,
Maurice
this dude
is
ain't
not
potting
like that,
50 every year.
right? So, I mean, they're
We
winning
don't need for
games.
Caesar. We don't need for Hagee to score
No.
45, 50 goals like some.
No, you're right, and
Right.
and I think that's
Are you-
why a lot of people. I think a lot of people were also worried that he might not turn it on in the postseason, but I wasn't worried. Cody wasn't worried. You weren't
Listen,
worried.
I think it's a fair worry considering he had a drop off in production this season.
Yeah, but you know what's
But what
funny?
about
It's like
the playoff track record, Ben?
Oh yeah, I know
We're-
it's playoff
for that?
track record. I'm not going to argue with that, but I'm just saying I kind of understand where people are coming from.
yeah, I understood it too. It was just like saying that we
Nick was
shouldn't have
on
signed up to that.
kind of on there, and I
Yeah.
you have your
But
and our moderator.
But
Ron,
to sit there and tell me like, oh, we shouldn't have signed up to that deal. We just signed Bennett to that deal. No. But here's the thing. It's like it was kind of shit luck on Zito's part a bit because he tried to learn what happened with Reinhart last year. Because Reinhart, he didn't sign before the season. Guess what? Cost him about what? An extra
Cody,
$1,500,000.
you and I talked about $1 million and a half. Everyone said we got
And-
him a bargain. We did. We could have got him cheaper if we signed him earlier.
And then guess what? He signs for Hagee like it was announced after the opening night. Has a down year. Like it's just like ugh.
And again, that money is next year, everyone. It's not
And-
this season on his down
He's
year.
getting paid $4 million this year. Like we're gonna pay him $7. Like okay, then worry about next year when he's getting paid $7.
Right? Yeah.
Like
Who are our X factors going into the final?
I don't have mine officially yet. We got to do that on the podcast. Maybe Tuesday night we might be recording, Cody. We got to get it in before the series starts here.
Well, I
I'll
think
do
we gotta-
mine. I'll do
I'd say
mine.
me and
And
Susan
Ben,
as
if
well.
you want to do yours too, since we're not going to be on here on the Cats and Rats podcast. But all of you who don't follow the Cats and Rats on my channel, please follow them because we do the After Darks with them as well. I think my biggest X factor for both teams. Okay. I'm gonna go with. Everybody's gonna pick McDavid, but I'm actually gonna go with
who the
Draisaitl.
fuck puts McDavid
Yeah,
in the
pick
X
McDavid for
factor?
an X factor.
That's an X factor?
No, I'm not putting him in there, but there's a lot of.
No, I'm not letting anyone. I'm not letting anyone.
No. If they play in the top 6, they're not a fucking X factor.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Go
but
ahead, Susan.
for me, I'm gonna pick Perry since if he shows up and he's actually durable during the whole playoff run,
Yeah. The series.
kudos to him, and he'll be one of the reasons why they win the Stanley Cup because of him. So
That's
that's
fair.
my X factor. And for the Florida
That's a good one.
For the Florida Panthers, I'm gonna go again with last year's X factor, Dmitry Kulikov. Now I know he has.
He's going deep here.
Yes.
Caesar's going deep.
Yes. I know he hasn't had the greatest start to the playoffs, but he's been improving as the playoffs have gone on. He played a lot better against Carolina, and I think he's going to make a difference, especially against Edmonton.
Please stop taking the stupid penalties, Kulikov. Please,
Yes.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, he can't take those silly penalties, Caesar. And he's got to be good against the depth of the Oilers, like Cody was alluding to. Ben, do you have a couple there?
Mine has been for the Panthers, has been my guy all the way through, who is now my guy. He never used to be for a very long time. After that, little hint, Kirby, do you want to announce the guy's name that is on the tip of my tongue?
Cody's
Brad
like,
Marchand?
Brad Marchand to round himself.
No, is he on Etu
No.
Luostarinen?
Brad Marchand, Lusto has been good as well, but I think Brad Marchand has just been that guy who has just elevated us to this point where we are now.
But he's one of the. You could argue he's a top 6. Maybe.
Like I said, top earlier, I said, we are a good team. We have a good team, but I think adding him has just been one of those things that have kept the energy going. Like I said, I thought we might have gone, out earlier on because of all this hockey that we played. And like I said, I would have been proud of the guys either way. We've been good. But I think Brad has just stepped in and gone, come on, we're still going. We are still fighting. We're still pushing. And he's just re-energized and just sparked everybody into this.
Paul Maurice said the big factors of us getting through Toronto were the two new guys, Seth Jones and Brad Marchand. It's like the new guys brought that energy and pushed us through that series where Paul Maurice was even doubting from the guys in the room, is this kind of over, or are we kind of done on this run this year? Because we've been through a lot of hockey, right, Ben? Now, Ben, you wanted, before you go on to maybe an Oilers pick here, you wanted Marchand on that Rat Pack line on the second line. Are you buying into the third line, Brad Marchand, now?
Yes, I am. I would have loved to have seen that Rat Pack line just for the romance, the fun of it,
The vibes.
just the fireworks of it, all of that, the press that would have come from it, everything. However, from a hockey point of view, it makes absolute sense where he's been placed.
Like Kirby always says, Kirby always knows.
Always right. I could use
except with Adam Boquist.
However,
but I'll say, like Cody said, if you make mistakes, at least it's made on those cheap contracts, right? So
yeah.
Still gets away with it.
But here's an interesting comment right here. Barkov Legacy Series. I'm hoping Maurice can move over the line so that McDavid is on the ice against Bennett, but Lundell instead, if not Barkey. That was what gave us a tough time last year. Unfortunately, with us not having home ice advantage, 4 of those games, it's out of Maurice's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
if they get the Bennett line on McDavid, huge advantage, Edmonton. Huge.
And for Captain Ref community out here, that's why you don't pay Bennett more than $8 million, right there.
Because he can't match. Because that's another reason.
Because he can't match against the fucking best line of the other team. Can't do it.
Yeah, if you're paying a guy more than Matthew Tkachuk money, then you better be asking him.
That's why. Because when
Genuinely, just slightly go off, like kind of on topic, but I really can't wait for this off season to just be kind of over and done with. Not the playoffs, but July 1st, just so we can get over this like Ekblad Bennett thing. Because
we get questioned about it every fucking day.
All the time, Ben.
Every day.
And Ben,
Every
last year,
fucking
Montour,
day.
Forsling, Reinhart. Everyone told us, could you guys stop talking about Montour, Forsling, and Reinhart contract?
Literally on a podcast at the start of the season talking about it, and it's been a topic of conversation. It's like,
but that's not our fault. That's Bill Zito's. That's what he's doing. Like,
right,
he's dragging them out.
All right. I reckon we should end all this nonsense now, and we'll just send our questions into Bill Zito, and then let him sort it out. How's that?
Like. Because here's the thing.
And when Aaron Ekblad
Shout out to Dave. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah.
When Aaron Ekblad gets suspended, Ben, he deactivates his Twitter account, so he can't answer questions. So it all comes to us.
Yeah.
I know that's
every time
PA policy, but
like every night it's just like,
right?
like, do you think they should re-sign Bennett? And I go, I'm like, have you not listened to me all year? Like, you can ask Kirby, you can ask Caesar. My stance all year has not changed one motherfucking bit.
Ben, I talked to Caesar about this, and Caesar wanted me to mention it to Doug McLean, and so did others. So I mentioned it to Roy Bellamy because everyone's like, what's their opinion on it? What's their take on it? What's your guys' take on it? I'm like, we answer this every night. But here it is again, right? So it's kind of like people get tired of it, Cody, but then so many people want to talk about it.
Because it only happens when it's a
content.
big night.
What's that?
It only happens like on a big night where he has like 2 goals or whatever, and like
I get the enthusiasm, and from the start I've been a Bennett guy, but business will be business. I'm fed up now of listening to it.
Yes,
it's dividing so many people to the point where it's getting a bit stupid, and I'm kind of annoyed about that.
Like I've always said, one shift at a time, one period at a time, one game at a time. Let's just enjoy the moment.
But it's a thing of hockey culture. It's not just conducive to the Cats and Rats community or the Panthers. All fan bases are doing this.
Of course they are.
Right? Yeah. So, again, it's hard to kind of criticize us or content creators of doing it because it's all out there. Right? Hey, and I'm guilty of it too, Ben. I bring it up from time to time. I probably just did it right there. But again, it's a hard thing to avoid. Like Cody,
I brought it up. I didn't care. But that's exactly why.
When they have one question for us, it's like, I got to ask Kirby and Cody about the contracts. As we get off the Bennett thing, I do have that Barkov video that I would like to show. Viewer discretion is advised. So, gonna put out the warning out there. Yep. Before Caesar and Ben go, we can get their predictions as well. Cody and I are going to do predictions on the podcast and Basis preview show that's going to be tomorrow.
Before we begin, Caesar, Ben, have you seen this video?
Yes.
No, I have not.
Ben actually sent it to me. I didn't put it up on our Instagram.
Caesar hasn't seen it?
Again,
No, I have
viewer
not.
discretion is advised.
All right.
We are trying to, cater to every audience here, but
It's hockey. It's not clean.
Dmitry Orlov into a fucking pylon. That stupid Russian prick was chasing after me like he was one of Putin's soldiers trying to get into Ukraine. Guy got lost in the goddamn woods. Gave him a sick little Heisman stiff arm. Then I hit him with a little how's she going spinorama. Came out of the corner like I was fucking Gretzky and hit Carter Verhaeghe, who wasn't even in front of the net. Guy put it top shelf and put the Canes to sleep right in front of their own fucking fans. I turned Dmitry.
Oh my gosh.
AI Barkov is probably a lot of fans' favorite Barkov season.
One of the most-
Remember, like fans are like,
Brilliant.
I want Barkov with more style.
Like Canadian Oldie said, let's go. That was epic. I loved it, bro.
My
That was
favorite
awesome.
word on that was when he said something like "stupid prick." I just lost me then.
That's stupid Russian prick.
Yeah.
No, I think
I
I something my favorite thing is like I gave him a little Heisman stiff arm and gave him a little how you doing spin around.
The only way you're going to catch Alexander Barkov is like that is in a Fortnite virtual room with Patrick Laine. That's probably
Yeah.
Speaking in Russian. No one finished. My bad. Because he can't.
He
We
can
can
do
also
both.
speak Russian.
either. He's
Either
trying
or, right?
No.
So my prediction, boys, before we wrap up here, thanks everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate you all. I'm going to say Panthers. It's going to go 7 games. So this is going to be a hard one for me, honestly. I just think that Edmonton, that bitter taste last year, they're going to come out hard, and it's not going to be where we're up 3-0, and then we go home, and then we have a chance to close it out. No, they're going to give us more of a fight. I think it's going to go back and forth. They win one, we win one, they win one, we win one. This could go 7 games, so I'm going to go 7. I don't know who will win.
You got to pick.
Man, I'm going to go with Florida. I'm going to say Florida wins it in Edmonton, and either Nick will be there with you celebrating. We'll see. And I'll be popping bottles over here in front of Elbow Room with all the boys and the gang, Shauna and Cam and all my friends.
There we go.
I'll go Panthers in 7. Let's go.
Caesar is more confident than me, but how he just described that, Cody, is going to be eerily similar to how I make my prediction on Monday and Tuesday. Ben?
Well, I was just going to say that if you just imagining the fact that if we win it in Edmonton, that's going to go down like a shit sandwich in Canada, isn't it?
Will I survive here 3 hours south? We'll see.
Like you said, it's a prediction. Just, there's so many factors into, realistically, this could go multiple directions, as I've said. However, I am going to predict that this will be Panthers in 6. Although, I would like to do them in 5 and let's deal with them properly and not mess around like we did last year, because I can't deal with that again. That took 10 years off my life.
So Panthers in 5, where Cody's saying he might be in the building.
Derek as well, Panthers in 5, featuring for Oilers chasing a high.
I really can't be dealing with us going at 3 and then just no.
Yeah, but before we go, they have released the officials for the Stanley Cup Final.
Ooh, okay. Drum roll, please.
Francis Sharon, the newest member of the newest member of the We Hate the Referee Panthers Club, John A. Bear. For those who don't know, he was the guy that gave Tkachuk the embellishment penalty against Carolina.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Okay.
Wes McCauley.
McCauley.
And Kirby's favorite referee, Chris Rooney.
I thought he's on the injured list, but I'm glad he's all right with his eye and everything. I will say.
So,
if you don't know the Rooney clip, DM
Did they give him the game because he missed the last couple of them?
He was still in consideration at this point because they down the refs that are graded not highly enough. But Chris Rooney gets the top 4 position there. That's interesting. No Francis St. Laurent for Paul Maurice, though. And no TJ Tuxmore that Panther fans seem to hate. So those two will be.
Yeah. And comparing it to last year, they switched out 2 officials from last year, Steve Kazari and then Dan O'Rourke. And now in is Wes McCauley, and I think A. Bear was in it and Rooney was in it. So it's McCauley and Sharon in this year.
Okay. Thank you there, Cody, for the live up-to-date news there. And
hey, this is going to be a crazy month of content for us, because even right after this, we have the draft to worry about. Then again, who gives a fuck? We don't have any picks, so.
July
so
1st
Vince,
is a big day. I know Ben tried to sewer it there, and he's like, he wants to move past it. But July 1st is a big day for this channel, and we appreciate all the subscribers as we move.
That's going to be a big stream.
Yep.
Hey, Ben can hop on that stream, though. It'll be like at noon.
Yeah.
Never know, Ben. You never know, Ben.
But yeah,
want
to take a chance again to thanks everybody for liking and subscribing our channels. Both our channels, we really appreciate it. I believe I'm almost up to 300, which is awesome.
There we go.
Great episode. If you guys haven't seen it, with the whole with me and Biz, go check it out. And the latest content will be coming out this week. I got a lot of great stuff. Thank you guys for the love and support. And anything else, gentlemen?
Me, Cody, and Nick. So we're going to get our picks in there. We're going to try to have some guests along the way as well. We've had Doug McLean on. Just Roy Bellamy's been on.
And again, shout out to Canadian Oldie. Guys, go check him out. He's really, really awesome. Had a blast.
What a beauty.
What a great guy. But yeah, we'll be enemies during these next 2 weeks. So bring it on, Whitney, and bring it on, Oldie. Let's go.
And then we need to have you back by again here when the schedule permits. So
yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, it's I'm glad that obviously you guys can do it a bit earlier. Obviously, help me out and get me on. But hopefully the next time I'll be on here, I will be slightly drunk in Morocco. And if that's the way it goes with the schedule, because that would be amazing. Because if it is, I'll be on an all-inclusive holiday in Morocco. And if we win the cup when I'm in Morocco, good night.
All bets are off.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Last year we had Nick in Italy. This year Ben in Morocco. So let's hope for a repeat here.
Yeah.
Florida Panthers.
Let's just say my phone data will have a hammer in that weekend, regardless, because I'll be watching games that weekend anyway.
But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. And as always, let's go, Cats.
Let's go.
What's up, Cats and Rats fans? If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button before you head out. If you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. And just like always, let's go, Cats.